Hi everyone! We are going to be practicing drawing different shaped patterns here in CLO today in this video. So drawing patterns here in our 2D window using different shape tools. So I'm going to close our 3D window right now. That way we have a little bit more room to work and draw them in our 2D window here. So I'm just going to click on 2D down here in the bottom right to only see my 2D window. And we're going to be using some of our tools here in the 2D toolbar. The first one we're going to be using is our rectangle pattern creation tool. And we can find that underneath the Polygon tool here. The Polygon tool looks like this rectangle that's gray with a semicircle out of it. If I hold that down, I'll be able to click on the rectangle pattern tool and it just looks like a rectangle. When I have it selected, it's blue. And to use this and create a rectangular pattern piece, all I need to do is click and drag. Once I do that, you'll see I have the pattern here. And actually, if I open up our 3D window also, you'll see that pattern's created there too. If I wanted to create a square, I can always click and drag and hold down Shift. And that would turn on my lock guides and allow me to create a square. Or if I wanted to create one with specific dimensions, I can always just left click, not right click. And that will give me my pop-up menu here. And I can type in the exact dimensions that I would want my pattern shape to be, and then click OK if I was done. But if I wanted to create multiple shapes, I could always click 2, and that would create me 2 here or more, and then click OK when I'm done. Now I have these 3 rectangles created. You can see they're kind of overlapping a little bit. So if I wanted just to spread them out so they weren't overlapping, I can always click the transform pattern tool in our 2D toolbar. It's that filled in triangle here in our 2D toolbar. That will allow me to click on a pattern and just move it, maybe arrange them all how I want them to be arranged. Just like that. I could also arrange them here in the 3D window too if I wanted. Or if I wanted to arrange them a certain way here in the 2D window and I wanted the 3D window to then match that, I can click our Reset 2D Arrangement button in the 3D toolbar, which is that t-shirt cut into 4 pieces. That will reset all of my pattern pieces in the 3D window to match the 2D window. So I have that option also. I'm just going to click on these and delete them. So I'm just selecting them and then clicking delete on my keyboard. But you can also just click and drag to delete multiple at the same time. Now I'm going to go back to just seeing our 2D window. And I'm going to hold down the rectangle pattern tool to get to our ellipse tool again. And that will allow me to create ellipse pattern pieces. This works very similar to our rectangle tool where I could click and drag and hold down Shift, or just left click to be able to type in dimensions that I would want. Same thing, I can click and drag to move them around. And then once I've done that, I can click and drag to select them and delete them all. And then the last type of pattern we're going to be talking about in this video is our Polygon pattern tool. So I'm going to hold down that ellipse pattern tool again and click on Polygon. And this kind of works similar to our pin tool in Illustrator, where instead of creating a whole shape with a click and drag, I'm going to be drawing it basically with each point. And so with this, I can just click on a point, continue clicking, and then when I'm done creating my shape, I can just click on the point that I started on, and that would close my shape. So you can create anything that you might want, just clicking for each point. I'm going to delete both of those, go back to my Polygon tool, because you can also draw curved lines. So just by continuing to click, you get straight lines with corners. But if I wanted a curved line, I can always click and drag instead of just clicking. That would give me a curved line. I can still close my shape to finish it. But you'll notice when I create a curved line, then my next line is automatically curved too. If I didn't want that next line to be curved, I can always click back on that last point, and that would delete the curve anchor and allow me to do a curved line and then a straight line. And I'll just close my shape to finish it. But you can see how this pattern tool, the polygon tool, can create a lot of different pattern shapes. But I'm going to kind of draw maybe one that could be a garment or similar to one. And when you're doing this, as you might know, a lot of times your garments might be half a pattern and then reflected. And so if you were to do that here, in this example, you only wanted to draw half your pattern, you can close your shape. I have half my pattern here. I can go to my transform pattern tool and I can right click. And then I could click clone pattern with linked editing, symmetric pattern with sewing right underneath that. And that gives me this pattern piece attached to my mouse, and I can click to place it anywhere I want. And then I have a symmetric pattern. So I'm going to go back to our 3D and 2D window, and you can see both of those pattern pieces here in our 3D window also. But I'm going to delete those right now and basically do that again with an avatar, because as you know, when we add an avatar into our 3D window, it also gives us the avatar silhouette here in the 2D window too. And that avatar is true to scale. So I'm going to click on Y on my keyboard to open up the library, go into our avatar folder, and just go ahead and add in a avatar here by double clicking. Once that loads, and I'm going to close my library by clicking that arrow or Y on my keyboard just to have some more space to work. And then zooming out so I can see my whole avatar silhouette, which I have now because I've added this avatar into our 3D window. And this is true to scale. So I'm going to go back to my Polygon pattern creation tool in the 2D toolbar. And I'm going to use this center line just to click and draw my pattern. I'm just going to do like a basic dress. And you'll see I clicked and dragged to get my first line curved, but my next line is going to be my shoulder seam. So I don't want this next line to be curved. So I'm going to click on that last point again to get rid of the curved line. And just click about where it looks right. I'm not using any specific or exact measurements for this right now. And we're just basically drawing a pattern draft, but in a future video, I'm going to show you how to actually draft a pattern with specific measurements. But this is a really quick way to get a pattern quickly on your avatar and get a base. You'll also see as I'm clicking each point, it's giving me the measurement of each pattern piece. But if I had a measurement that I specifically wanted, so for example, I wanted the side seam to be 30 inches, instead of trying to get that measurement to be exactly 30 inches, I could right click and that would give me this pop-up menu right here, and I could type in exactly what I wanted. So maybe 30, 35 inches, 25 inches, whatever I wanted it to be. And then I can click OK, and that will give me that exact measurement. If you ever click somewhere and you don't mean to, when you're creating a pattern, so maybe I wanted to go all the way across the hem here back to the center line, but I accidentally click a little too early or click a couple times, you can always click delete on your keyboard and that will take you back 1 point. You want to be careful not to click Command Z or Control, because if you do that, it will delete the whole shape you're creating. So if you do want to delete it, then that's fine. But it will just know that it will delete the whole shape. So I'm going to go back to our center line, or maybe even add a little bit of a curve if I wanted to. And then click on that last point again to get rid of my curve. And then go up here and close my shape. But before I do that, if I did want to turn on my lock guides, your lock guides work here when you're creating patterns too. So I can do that to lock myself into a 45 or 90 degree angle. And then I'm going to click on the point I started on to close my shape. And I have this really basic draft of a pattern. If I wanted to reflect it like I was showing you, I could go back to my transform pattern tool and just move it slightly off the center line so they're not overlapping. Right click, underneath clone pattern with linked editing, choosing symmetric pattern with sewing. That attaches it to my mouse and I can click to place it. That was the basics of drawing patterns and using these pattern tools, but in a future video, we're going to talk about how to edit these patterns and then also how to put them together as a dress or a garment or whatever your garment is by sewing. So keep a lookout for those videos. And this was the basics of creating a pattern using our pattern editing tools, our pattern creation tools here in the 2D window.